currently ranked in the top 50 nationally in shutouts this season. Her third of the year came in that draw against UC San Diego on Thursday. Smith has been great over the last 5 matches, and UCSB hasn't lost during that span. So the Gauchos will start with it here. Quickly, Davis applies the pressure. And how about the Gaucho band in the stands today, trying to pep up the crowd? Not a bad crowd for this Sunday matinee action. Last win for UC Davis in Santa Barbara came in 2016. They actually haven't beaten the Gauchos since that match. And all-time, UCSB leads the series 12-7-1. So 12 wins for the Gauchos to 7 for the UC Davis Aggies, and 1 tie. That tie came back in 2006. Since then, every match has finished in a clean result, but that might be different today, seeing that there are new rules in the NCAA this season. We only play 90. In the past, there have been overtimes, double overtimes, right? But this season, it's only 90. So what the score is after 90 minutes is what the result will be, and it's led to so many more draws this season. Corcoran looks into the box for it, but they sweep it away. UCSB's defense has been really terrific over the last few. There's Melanie McCoy, who started at center back for the majority of maybe the first 10 games this season. But since they've moved her to the front to try and get more scoring production. Likely to see a lot of action for both keepers today, but frankly, it's going to be the back line for both teams that will be the difference maker. And that back line for UCSB made up of Brenna Madruga and Gia Simmering in the middle. Kate Killer, one of 2 freshmen starting in this roster for UCSB, and Shay Douglas, the sophomore, on the outside. That back line for the Gauchos, that is freshman, sophomore, sophomore, sophomore. And you look at the starting 11 for UCSB, 8 of those 11 are sophomores. So while the Gauchos haven't gotten the results that they've expected early on this season, frankly, they're in a really good place moving forward because that experience is only going to make them better in years to come. Lexi Trucco at number 3, who sent it back to the goalie. She's one of just 2 players on this team that has played over 900 minutes this year. Now, that says a lot about Trucco herself, but the Davis Aggies, what it says more about them is their depth. Head coach Tracy Ham really loves to sub in her team. They have a lot of good players. They like to see their minutes, and when I talked to Coach Paul Stumpf for UCSB, he's in his 23rd year. He's been doing this for a while. I asked him about this rule change that has caused more ties this season, more draws, and well, I said, what are your thoughts on it? Because I was doing the math earlier today, and it's statistically significant. There are 31% of draws this season in the Big West play so far, and last season that number was below 7%. So the rule change has certainly made an impact, and it's not just that games are decided later in the match, but it's also that less players are having that opportunity. And you look at Evan Smith right here. Well, she's been really, really good as of late. Smith, a 4th-year player, a senior on this team, and you know, she's just has come into her own. Wasn't 100% earlier on in the season. She actually had her wisdom teeth taken out, which is no fun for anybody who's had that happen. Yeah, you get to eat ice cream, but other than that, no solid foods. So Smith had to trust the doctor's orders, trust the process, and then she got back onto the pitch, and she's been better ever since. Calla Lou swipes it away. There's Killer. They really like this freshman, a player that enjoyed playing in the spring, but then improved so much over her time here in the fall. Really earned her starting spot. Nothing was given. And the first foul of the evening, or of the day, I should say, midday here in the 5th minute. It'll go against the Davis Aggies. So a set piece for the Gauchos, and they're quick to it. Here's Simring. She's got a big right foot and a left, frankly. That's a big reason they put her at center back. And Madruga sends it down the pitch. Vasquez got a head on it, but they'll reset to Truco. Callaloo, Big West Conference honorable mention last season. That's skied in the air for Kristen Vasquez. She plays with the ball on a string. Vasquez is so good on the attacking end. Wasn't 100% to start the season. Missed the first 8 matches of the year. And then when they got her back, you can certainly see the difference. She opens up much more on the attacking zone for UCSB. And they're looking for her. They just can't find her. Smothering defense by the Aggies on the inbound. And that's a nice look from Hellwig. The shot on from Ziem off to the right. Coach Paul Stumpf wants more out of Lauren Hellwig. She's playing the 10. They expect her to pass the ball more, and somebody who's going to limit that today, that's Kaylee Goldstein. Look at Goldstein, 24-karat Goldstein. That's what we like to say. Out of Half Moon Bay, so she's near a local to UC Davis. A smart player. The redshirt sophomore looking to keep the Gauchos at bay, and this is a UCSB team that has really struggled to find that attacking pressure. And back to the last line of defense. Here's Evan Smith. Beautiful day out. When you drive in today, it's early. It's about 8, 9 a.m. And there was a bunch of clouds, but now hardly a cloud in the sky. 75 and sunny. That's the weather you expect here in Santa Barbara. And Ferroso was looking for Truco, who has to race to it. And it's taken away. Good play by Elise Ziem. Ziem so physical. She started on the back line for the majority of early matches this season for UCSB. But she's a physical player, and they were calling whistles against her. And Coach Paul Stumpf, well, he said, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? We need more action on the attacking front, and frankly, she's going to play physical either way. They're going to blow the whistle against Elise Ziem, so let's move her further away from our goal and eliminate more set pieces that could be dangerous. Kate Killer in space. And it looks like the Gauchos are trying to switch the play. Callaloo, season opening. Can they find Vasquez? Oh, that's a nice play by Alana Curtis to take it away. Not out of danger yet. Here's Hellwig, the attacking mid. Hellwig looks for Ziem, who tries to make a turn on it. Back to Lou. And it's given away. Just a tough opportunity. Got to make the most of those chances. Have to capitalize, especially when you've struggled to find that pressure on your scoring front this season. Not to mention UCSB's leading goal scorer this season, Meg Burling. She is out today. Look at the pep band here for UCSB. First time we've seen them in a home match this season, and hey, it's no wonder, right? You know, a lot of teams in the Midwest, in the East Coast, you know, these are schools that are on the semester system. Not here. The UCs, they're on quarter system, which means they start a month later. So UCSB, their school didn't start until September 23rd, and while these Gauchos were playing early in August, and same thing with the UC Davis Aggies for that matter, they were playing in August. The students didn't show up to campus until mid to late September. So no wonder why you're seeing more crowds at a larger capacity as of late. Tenth minute here Nothing really doing on the scoreboard so far. Neither team has had too many options. Just one shot for UCSB, not on goal. And the Aggies still in search of their first real opportunity. Back to the Gauchos it goes. Yeah, the whistle blown in UCSB's favor right there, drawn by Hellwig. Call made by the head referee, Nancy Camarillo. Another look at it. Oh yeah, shoved over. Too much contact from Lexi Trucco. But here comes the counterattack. Good play on the outside to swing it out and make sure that cross doesn't come in. That's Leslie Fregoso. Fregoso is one of the best players that you're going to see in this Big West Conference. The leading goal scorer for the UC Davis Aggies. And number 6 on the right side of your screen, you're going to see her a lot this evening. Jade Hawley to swing things in. Jade Hawley, she serves it up. And it's Hellwig who nods it out. Hawley a race for it. Ziem got there first. And the ball is back to UC Davis with no foul on that play. The collision seemingly on both sides, both culprits for either team. Here's Melanie McCoy, who might be able to work something going, just doesn't have the numbers. Vasquez tries to open up a window here. And you're seeing early on this game is getting chippy. Both teams certainly want it. Gotta love that physical play. Last year, UC Santa Barbara, they were first in the Big West Conference in fouls called against them. So you could say they were the most physical team in their conference. This season, that number's down to 4th. They rank 4th in the Big West. So they've cleaned it up a little bit, but that's still their brand of play. Alana Curtis to get this offense in motion. Both teams in search of their first real opportunity here as we tick 13 minutes in. And the reset to the back for Frankie Van Norton. Vasquez, the hesitation move, tries to get behind the outside of Curtis. No whistle. They let him play on. You can see that's going to be the MO of this game today. Douglas for reset, and they might try and switch it here. Simmering does just that, finds Killer on the opposite end of the pitch. Killer picked up by Fregoso. Check that, that's Molly Brannigan who's on her. And they get it back into the middle here. Ooh, it's taken right back. In search of McCoy, but they'll let it go out. Melanie McCoy started this season as the leading center back, the 5th year transfer out of the Citadel, out of Peachtree City, Georgia. Ironically, that's where my brother was born. That's where I lived when I was 3 years old. I'm sure if you see that on a roster and you don't have any connection, it doesn't mean anything to you, but I saw that first day, I was like, wow, what are the odds? And McCoy races it down, but it's knocked out by Bellameo. Kaler for the inbound. And she gets this one in. Let's see if the Gauchos can stay with it. It does not look slow, and we'll reset, do the whole thing again. Kaler trying to throw this one in search, but boy, Davis is so good on these throw-ins, applying pressure. Vasquez tries to turn with it. They find Lou, and now they'll switch the play over to Douglas. Douglas gives it away. Really good defense. They've done their homework, shadowing Kristen Vasquez right there. Bottom of your screen, 24. That's your player to watch for UCSB. Helwig, nice turn with it. There's Vasquez. Can she manufacture an opportunity? That's McCoy. Can't get it back. Last touched by the Gauchos. It'll be a goal kick. So Goldstein lets it fly. UCSB tries to get it back. Still nothing doing. Now you can see this is going to be a physical match so far. Gauchos fourth in yellow cards in the Big West, and the Davis Aggies are second in that category. However, neither team has really taken care of the ball so far today. This match has serious implications on the Big West Conference standings. Gauchos 7th in the Big West right now. Davis Aggies 8th. The top 6 teams go to the Big West tournament. UCSB currently has the longest streak for any team making that consistently. I believe it's 4 straight years for the Gauchos under head coach Paul Stumpf, his 23rd season. He's terrific. Here's a promising opportunity, but Madruga swipes it away. Davis has done a good job possessing in their attacking zone, just haven't been able to manufacture a shot on. Gauchos get it out again. That was Simmering. Here's Vasquez. Alana Curtis has done a nice job on Kristen Vasquez. Didn't allow her to turn right there, and we'll see Callaloo in the heart of play. Here's Killer on the outside. This could be promising. Using that triangle action. And once again, a missed opportunity given away as this one falls out. Looks like we'll see our first substitutes of the day. So Molly Brannigan comes on out for Sarah Canavan. Canavan, the red shirt freshman out of Capitola, California. Here's a good look for UC Davis, but Emma Corcoran tracked her the whole way. Corcoran slow to get up, but she's good to go. Looks like that's setting up a corner here, the second of the afternoon for UC Davis. And once again, Jade Hawley makes the trot out to the flag. Now, if you take a look out there, if we widen it up a little bit on the right side, you got 22 sitting right there. Lindsay Porter, right next to Holly. So we'll see if Holly's looking for Porter. You can't see her on screen. She's right there. And the shot in the dark, Trucco just misstepped on it. And the Gauchos with an easy clearance. And they'll reset to the back here for Goldstein. Goldstein boots it thunderous down the pitch. Smooth play, but a missed communication. And there are the Gauchos. They got it right back. Lauren Helwig stepped in front like a free safety. Ziem has a nice turn, but really nothing doing as it dribbles into Goldstein. 22nd minute of action, only one shot combined for these two teams so far. You can see the physicality right there as the double team gets it right back for the white shirts. Lou plays it forward for McCoy in a race to it. Van Norton got there first. Here's Cordes. And they gave it away. That is last touched by UCSB. Lana Curtis, the junior, the Davis local. Good challenge. Who's going to win it? It's given right back to the Aggies. And then the Gauchos. Double team with the challenge again. Nobody can really keep control of possession. Back and forth it goes, blow for blow. Here's Ziem. From way out there. And it's launched wide. Goldstein able to get to it with ease. How about Carly Goldstein? Goldstein fourth in the Big West Conference in her goals against average. Sixth in saves. But this is an Aggies team that has allowed a lot of offense from opposing teams. Both of these squads have certainly struggled there a fair amount. The Aggies often struggle in the first half. UCSB often struggles in the second half. And see head coach Paul Stumpf on the screen just a minute ago. His 23rd year for UCSB. I mean, just an absolute rock star. One of the most genuine guys you'll ever meet. He'll tell it like it is, but he'll be nice doing it. A two-time Big West Conference Coach of the Year. Really smart guy, too. He knows this game inside and out. Big boot. Porter got a dome on it. Gauchos trying to get it out of the zone. And a nice play by Madruga. We mentioned how young this team is. Coach Paul Stumpf has so much faith in those two center backers, Madruga and Gia Simring. And Simring did not start for the majority of the first couple of games this season, and then they quickly realized that she was a boot that they certainly needed in that starting 11. Here's Vasquez. Vasquez likes to play yo-yo with the soccer ball. McCoy leads Vasquez. Can she get to it first? Off of, that's Van Winden. Van Norton, I should say. And we'll see our first corner for UCSB this afternoon as Vasquez makes her way out there. So here's how the set piece will start to draw up. The serve into the box. A little bit out of control. McCoy comes away with it. Shot on, but a push right. Melanie McCoy's got a thunder leg. Look at this. Turns with it. Just couldn't keep it fair. Heads up, folks. Wouldn't it be cool? Every soccer ball that goes into the stands, somebody gets a souvenir. Walking out of here, these young fans. But that's not the case. I wish in a perfect world, maybe. And a nice little nutmeg as Davis had retained, then gave it right back to Hellwig, who's been in on the action this afternoon. Vasquez tries to open up, does so against Curtis, who quickly recovers. Curtis pokes it away, and it's last touched by the Davis Aggies. Vasquez tries to turn, but they double team her and get it back. Trucco in the heart of it. And they look to move it forward, but poked away by Callaloo. Possession back to the Chos. There's Emma Vane, picked up by McCoy. She swings it back out to the outside. Now Vane. Emma Vane, the sole forward, or at least listed as the sole forward on the roster that's starting today. And it's Claire Grauwinkle who checks in for Melanie McCoy. How about this? Grauwinkle, tremendous experience playing at this level. And she'll play in that heart of the center right there. A striker, if there ever were one. So much speed, so much talent. And it's a fun story. Claire Grauwinkle. So back on Halloween of last year, UCSB was really close to not making the Big West tournament. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they currently have the longest streak of any Big West team for having a playoff berth, right, in that Big West tournament. They're really close. They're knotted up at 1-1, and here's Grauwinkle. Right as we say this, in the 89th minute of that 1-1 match against Long Beach State, their last of the season, it was the last minute of the regular season. UCSB turns to Grauwinkle, and she strikes for a 2-1 lead, and the Gauchos then make that playoff berth. And you see how physical Grauwinkle is, along with that speed, but not only was it Grauwinkle who made the score, it was Lindsay Porter who made the assist. Porter is no longer on UCSB's roster. Actually, she is now playing in navy blue today, number 22 on the UC Davis Aggies. She started 8 matches last year for the Gauchos, had the assist on that game-winning goal that Claire Grauwinkle scored to get the Gauchos that playoff berth, and now they're playing on opposite benches. Kind of interesting story, and funny how this transfer portal works in NCAA soccer. So Canavan checked in earlier for Molly Brannigan. Now they'll see another new face coming on in. Grauwinkle was in on it. Last touched by the Aggies. 31st minute of action. Really nothing doing on the scoring front. 2 shots on for UCSB, none for the Aggies. And nobody has a shot on goal so far, right? There are shots, no shots on goal. Kate Killer strikes it into the box over the head of Lauren Helwig. And it's cleared out, so UCSB will reset with the throw in. Here's Douglas, quick to get it in, quick to put this offense in motion. She finds Calla Liu, who's picked up by Porter. And Liu slows things down. UCSB controls the pace here. Simmering switches play to the opposite end. Madruga, the other center back, in control. And it's last touched by UC Davis. Physical play on Grauwinkle, who's only 5'3", but tremendous speed. Plays with a bigger heart and more physicality than her size indicates. There's the boot up to Ruelas, who can't handle on the first touch, but it's given right back to the Aggies. Ruelas on the outside, right along the end line. Touch line, I should say. And UCSB has possession. Madruga just didn't hit it cleanly the way that she wanted. Another sub for UC Davis, who we mentioned. So, look, Lindsay Porter out, Chandler Connors in, and this is their game plan. This is such a deep team Tracy Ham has, and, you know, they have 4 wins, 4 losses, 4 draws this season. Ham, over her 3-year career, she had never had a draw before this season. All 4 of those draws came in this year, and you look at how deep this roster is, right? Only 2 players have had more than 900 minutes on the season. Only 2 players, that is Lexi Trucco and then the goalie in Kaylee Goldstein. Those are the only 2 players for the Davis Aggies who have had more than 900 minutes on the season. And I don't think it says more that those 2 players are worthy of minutes. While they are, don't get me wrong, it says more about, to me, the depth of this team. They love to substitute fresh legs in. And there's Trucco right now, right? She's in on the action. She is a great player. But there's more than just one star on this team, and you can see by the numbers that certainly Tracy Ham wants to get them all minutes, get them all experience, especially in a season where they just haven't had the success that they've expected since early on in the year. Early on, they started out hot. We'll get into that later. I mean, this is a team that's really, they impressed to start out, but over the last 10, they just haven't really gotten much going, and especially in Big West play. Only 1 win. Same thing with the Gauchos. UCSB is just 1 step above them in the Big West Conference standings. That lead in front of Grauwinkle, who was racing too, and she's got the speed to get there, but only if that ball is not played foul. Crushed out middle and 1 touch forward, but Madruga steps in front of it to disrupt the play. And the foul called against UCSB. Look at that. Yeah, Elysium, hey, she's 41st in the country in yellow cards. She's not going to let anything go easy. You saw her grab the jersey right there on Bellameo. Now Ziem making a race for it. Mayo on, and she gets it right back outside for Curtis. Calla Liu, one of the 2 players on this roster with Big West Conference honors last season. So Liu, she was a Big West Conference honorable mention in her freshman year. And Alyssa O'Brien a Big West Conference all-freshman team selection last season. However, we haven't seen much of Alyssa O'Brien lately because this defensive back line has been so solid, led by this young lady. How about Kate Killer? Killer makes the move on the attacking front. Ziem tries to make a turn on it, and now it's outside for Vasquez. Vasquez plays ball on a string, swings with the left, but it's touched high. Watch out, folks in Goleta. That ball's coming to you.
Now for the Gauchos, number 32.
Another look at it here. That was Vasquez who touched on it.
Dylan Lewis replacing number 24, Christian Vasquez, and number 10, Rayla Emerson replacing number 31, Elise EPM.
So here is Lewis who comes on in. Dylan Lewis, a fun player. Couple of substitutes for the UC Davis Aggies as well. Still 0-0. Zilch to zilch in the 36th, check that 37th minute. And Lewis makes a race for it. She got there first, but tripped up on the play, and she earns the whistle, certainly does so. Lewis was not 100% to start this season. They've been rehabbing her and getting her back, but you know, you think back to a couple of years ago, her freshman year, Dylan Lewis, there was so much promise surrounding her. And you think back, well, associate head coach and assistant head coach, we saw Goffin, Boyoko, and Mario Felix. I spoke to them, really good guys. They're no longer on the staff. Goff is at UCLA, and Mario Felix is head coach at Chicago State now. But really good guys, and they talked about how much they love Dylan Lewis and her play. She reminded them of Mallory Hromako, who's a tremendous visionary on the field. And when I say visionary, I mean she has really good vision, right? She's one of the top players in Big West, or in UCSB's history in assists. And they likened Lewis to Hromako because both of them had a similar play style. So much promise out of Lewis, but just unable to be healthy this year to start the season. So as she's coming back to 100%, I think we're in for more treats to see Dylan Lewis. Corcoran makes a turn with nobody on her now to surround Callaloo, and she opens up. Callaloo has a pocket. Looks forward here. Ooh, right out of play. And too far in front of Corcoran. Corcoran shoved one of the Davis Aggies to the ground. I'm looking to pick up a number here. That is Bella Mayo, who is certainly being pushed around today. Maybe she's doing some smack talking because it looks like the Gauchos are almost targeting her. Maybe she's just in on every play, wants to make things difficult. So the whistle blown by Nancy Camarillo, and she's given possession back to the Navy shirts today, the UC Davis Aggies. And here is Jade Hawley. Hawley will swing with the defensive zone set piece as we tick into the 40th minute of action. Madruga tried to get it out of there. They're not out of the danger zone yet. Lewis uses the speed, but they get it right back. Oh, Lewis ran into her. That's certainly a whistle. We'll see if there's a card. Nancy Camarillo's coming over. That's Bella Mayo in on it again. Look at Mayo. An absolute warrior out there. I mean, how about there's so much depth to this team. She's taken some hits. Curious as to see if there will be a substitution for Mayo soon. You can see her in the middle of it. Yeah, look at Mayo. This is her third over the last couple of minutes where she just got taken down. Nothing doing. Off of the Aggies. So we'll see a couple of new faces come in. Minori Alwis in for Claire Grauwinkle. And Kylie Redmond comes in for Leslie Fragoso. And Fragoso, the leading goal scorer on this Davis Aggies team, they just haven't been able to really manufacture any opportunities for her so far. As for Always, number 13 on this Gaucho team, she's making a race for it right here. Always, they really like her, and they're trying to make sure that she gets more playing time because she has earned it in training. You ask Coach Paul Stumpf which players have earned their time on the pitch, and she's one of them that earned it today. In training, she's just had some really good practices over the last week or so, and it's a big reason why she's getting more PT. So it's a UCSB set piece. There's Killer with it, and it looks like Madruga will come up to take it. 4 minutes left to go in this half. Neither team has gotten on the board. Only 3 shots collectively between the two squads. Triple the fouls, the shots between these two teams. That'll tell you the story of this one. Corcoran tries to look for Lewis, nothing doing. Lou stepped in front of it in the reset to the back line here from Madruga. They'll switch the play over to Simmering and then a look forward for Always. Always makes a nice turn with it, looks for Lewis who couldn't get behind the back line. That's Sam Christie who got in there. Emerson. Always was in on it, but a good play by Kaylee Goldstein to come out and take it away from Manuri Always. This is an entire new attacking crew. So you look at Layla Emerson. She's looking for Always, who just couldn't get to it. But that's a big reason why Always is playing, because she's been so active in training. She wants it, and Coach Paul Stumpf can see that. You're going to see staples on this Gaucho team, right? That back line, that is a staple. These are players that have earned their time. The holding mids, those are staples. But the 4 front players for Coach Paul Stumpf, now this is a 4-3-3, and when I say the 4 front players, I'm talking to the front line of those 3 players, and then the attacking mid. Coach Paul Stumpf has all new players in there because he's just not happy with the attacks. That was Sam Christie who came out of nowhere to try and dome it in. Christie, a freshman, they like what she can do. She's a playmaker. She makes things happen on the pitch. And that's what Paul Stumpf is excited about when he sees Sam Christie play. Callaloo with it. Lou plays it forward here for Emerson. The reset. Tried to serve it up for Christie. Taken away by Trucco. Right back into the cusp of Emma Corcoran. Lewis strikes from outside, but pushed wide. Minute 10 left in the half. Another look from Dylan Lewis from over the box. And now just Tamayo in for Emma Corcoran with just a minute to go. Might give Corcoran an extra minute of rest. Coach Paul Stumpf expected a lot out of Tamayo, the UC Riverside transfer, as she came in this season. He said, boy, did she have a great spring. Those new surroundings proved well for her. Always plays it forward here for Emerson. Only 30 seconds left in the half. Can they make something happen? They give it away. Callaloo has to work fast. Do they see the clock? Madruga sends it in. Christie looks to make a turn. Tamayo. That should just about do it for the half.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So after 45, knotted up at 0-0. 4 shots for UCSB, no opportunities for UC Davis. And we'll be right back with our halftime show right here on the worldwide leader in sports, ESP. Later in the season for the Gauchos. And we're ready to go. Aggies will start with it here in the second half. They don't have one shot so far after 45 minutes, so that has to be the focus. You saw Elise Ziem just chasing that one down. The switch of the pitch might do well for either squad. Beautiful day out here in Santa Barbara. And the collision keeps it in. Here's Vasquez, who tries to make a turn, but they'll take it away from her. Minori always playing well. You see UCSB in these pink socks, you'll see it all of October. That's for breast cancer awareness. Last month they were making awareness known for child cancer and breast cancer awareness this month. It's a Gaucho team that, yes, they are student athletes, but they're more than just that, and they fight for causes in the community and just locally that really matter to them. And one of those things is breast cancer, and that's a big reason why they're honoring it this month and honoring awareness. Here's Kate Killer near side. Really good work. Here's the pass back to Brenna Madruga, and you see the pressure being applied by Leslie Fragosa. Fragosa right there trying to apply the pressure. Killer tries to make a turn, can't do so. Nice play in the heart of it. And there's Chandler Connors on ball. It'll be a Davis set piece. Another look. Here is Nancy Camarillo, just making sure she's got the right spot, making sure the ball is good to go. Minori always trying to cause a commotion. And we're back to it. Last touched by the Aggies. Physical play, no doubt about it. Killer to get the throw in. Always makes a turn. Gauchos have Vasquez. Can she beat the Aggies to the ball? Not quite. Alana Curtis does a good job boxing out Kristen Vasquez. Heck of an atmosphere here today as both these teams still look to get on the board in the second half. It's early, plenty of time left. And the throw in for Curtis right in front of that Gaucho bench. Nice switch of play. Here's Jade Hawley coming on. Hawley makes a move, but it's packed away by Sam Christie. Ball on. Trucco sends it in. Gauchos get it out. Here's Ziem, calm with it. Back to Christie. Sam Christie realizes there is a player coming to her. Vasquez tries to turn with it. And UCSB earns the whistle. That's Vasquez in the middle of it. So Simring sets up for the set piece in her defensive, oh, check that offensive zone, right past the touchline. At midline, and nothing doing. It's right back to Goldstein. Here's a promising opportunity, but it's swiped away. Already play in the middle of it, and now the Gauchos trying to earn the counter. Whoa, Shea Douglas lost her. Unreal. Here's Kate Killer. Ziem into no man's land. There's Bella Mayo who sends it out. Heads up, folks. Somebody got an early Christmas present. Now take another look at that right there. Shea Douglas, oh man. That's so cool. Douglas showing her how to tango. And the pass in, could have been a hand, but they'll keep it clean, no whistle. Vasquez makes a run for it, gets it back to Christie. Christie has a promising opportunity. Can she opt out to a shot? No, thank you, not quite yet. Callaloo surveys, tries to get it in for Vasquez. It's sent out, last touch by UC Davis. Hopefully you can hear the pep band they're playing, Smash Mouth by All Star. Or is it All Star by Smash Mouth? I think that's the one. I think of Shrek when I hear this song. So here's Jade Holly. Nobody around her, plenty of space. Holly gets it into the box. That might have been one of the better opportunities of the day, and the whistle blown. We'll see if this is a yellow. That was away from the ball. Lindsay Porter, the culprit. There's Porter, 22. No yellow. Look at this. Away from it. Porter gets the extra shove in there. Sends Douglas to the ground. Douglas lost a defender just a couple minutes ago. Porter gives her a thanks. Madruga outside, player on. Ziem tries to turn with it. Really good work by Connors. Now out to Sam Christie. Mayo steps in front of it, keeps it in. Connors took it away. Here comes the counter. UC Davis looking to manufacture something here. Curtis couldn't get to it in time. Nearly got the touch on it before it hit the end line. Shea Douglas, the sophomore, in this leadership group. It's a leadership group made up of Claire Grauwinkle, Shea Douglas, Evan Smith, and Elise Ziem. And Douglas, a sophomore. I mean, how about that? A leader on your team, just a player that has certainly showed that she can be a general on this pitch, and she's earned her playing time. She's played so much this season as an outside back. Holly. Holly swipes it into the box. Good opportunity that's taken away. I think they were looking for Sammy Ruelis. Madruga surveys, tries to move it middle for Ziem, who's picked up quickly by Trucco. Trucco got to it. Holly back to Truco here. Truco with the left tries to reset, and they step in front of it. Here comes the counter for Vasquez. Vasquez has a 2-on-2. Vasquez has always in front of her. Tries to deke, and oh, nice play. Right in the heart of the box. Bella Mayo has been everywhere on the defensive side of it tonight. And now another opportunity here for Davis that's given away. So here is Ziem. Ziem, nice move to get behind Holly. Tries to move it outside for Vasquez. Porter here for Connors. Connors picked up by Kate Killer. Killer steps in front of it, gets it right back. Here's Sam Christie who turns on it, then surveys and swipes it to nobody. Just a miscommunication. You couldn't see it on the screen right there, but Killer is screaming to Elise Ziem, hey, make a run, make a run. Ziem screaming back, I got no space to do so. Ziem right there, moves it middle, and now they'll look for Alwis, and Mayo takes it away again. Looks like this might be a corner. Yes, it is. So here's an opportunity for UCSB as Kristen Vasquez makes her way out to the flag. A couple of technical difficulties right there. Nonetheless, here we are. Here's Vasquez. Vasquez serves it up, silver platter. They tried to get ahead on it. That was Emma Corcoran. And they clear smoothly out of the zone. There's Kate Killer who handles calmly. Ruelas turns, tries to find Vane. And it's stepped out by Shea Douglas. Good defense on Fregoso. Ruelas got it in. Big throw. This is promising. Fregoso down in the box. Is there a whistle? No, there is not. Wow, so much contact. Nonetheless, they get a quick out. Evan Smith makes a quick decision to find Vasquez. Now Vasquez tries to work the counter. They have let them play on, and that could have been a real tough opportunity for UCSB to dig out of. Gauchos breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief after that. Not sure if we could see another look of that play right there. Yeah. Look at this. Wow, big throw. And look at that. I mean, they certainly saved a real opportunity with no whistle. That could have been a PK if we did see a whistle there. Nonetheless, we do see a couple of subs after those big plays in the middle. And now Hellwig, who's back in, looks to make something happen. Ziem tried to swipe back for it, couldn't do so. Nearing 60 minutes into this one. Nobody's really been able to get a real opportunity. A corner here for UCSB. Likely it's Vasquez to make the play. Earlier on in the season, we did see Melanie McCoy, Brenna Madruga, Gia Simring maybe taking those kicks. Two of those three are on the pitch right now, but Vasquez maybe doesn't have the same size as them to get her head on it. So a big reason why she is swinging from the flag. Kalaloo pops it into the box over the Gauchos' heads. Not out of trouble. Here's Corcoran. Corcoran finds Sam Christie, just a missed touch. Last touched by the Davis, or by UCSB, I should say, as Davis has clear throw in. Jade Holly makes the move over. Still in UCSB's attacking zone. Whoa, Porter got under Kate Killer, took her legs out there, and still no yellow. They say it's not intentional. Look at that. Porter's made a couple of vicious plays against her former team. Maybe that wasn't intentional. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, I will say. Here's Madruga. Madruga spins it in. They got a head on it, but Goldstein easily there. Gobbles it up with ease. Vasquez tries to move it forward, unable to do so. Here's Christie, and Bella Mayo gets it out. Mayo's been all over for this Davis Aggies defense. Last touch by UCSB, and the ball will go the other direction. Christie. Tripped up. That is a whistle. And UCSB earns the set piece. Uh-oh. A lot of talk right here. Another look. Yes. They said that was all ball. Mayo might have gotten her leg. Look at this. They're yelling. They're chattering. Davis is furious at this call. This could be the best opportunity of the day for UCSB to battle one in. Madruga and Vasquez are setting up for it. Big wall for the Davis Aggies. Still 0-0, 63rd minute. It's Vasquez. Vasquez moves it in. Oh, top right corner. What a brilliant save. Kaylee Goldstein. Electric play. Kristen Vasquez dotted the I and crossed the T, but Goldstein was there to take the pen out of her hand. Wow. Unbelievable. Vasquez sends it into the box. Is Douglas there? Nobody. Aggies do clear, not well. Here's Killer. Killer with plenty of space moves it to the outside here for Vasquez. And a nice job by UC Davis. That was Ruelis who got a foot on it to send it out. And UCSB will have to reset, forced for it. Wow, an unbelievable save right there. Maybe the play of the season here at Harder Stadium. How about Kaylee Goldstein? another look at that save. Just, oh man. She put it exactly in the pocket, and Kaylee Goldstein was a homeless guy on the subway. He picked her pocket. Exactly where she needed it to be. Hellwig tries to make something happen. Vane physical on it. They got it back. No whistle. Here comes the counter for the Davis Aggies. It's physical. Neither team is earning a whistle here, and they get it back to Evan Smith. The referees have set the precedent. They're letting them play on, best of their ability. 25 minutes to go in this one. Simring up to Sam Christie, right over the top of her ponytail. Here's Fregoso. Good lead ball, Ruelas. Ruelas pulls it back, and that's just skied right over the top. That's a missed opportunity. I think that was Emma Vane. Yes, it was. I mean, Vane will be thinking about that when she's going to sleep tonight, something she certainly wants back. Look at, just right over the top. Not quite sure if you can loft one there with Evan Smith at the goal line. Here's Killer, who ends up with it, and it's pushed out. First subs of the second half. Canavan back in for Fregoso. And Sky Schaefer in for Sam Christie. Haven't seen much of Schaefer as of late. But getting those fresh legs in there, somebody who can earn some minutes here, Schaefer comes on in. And the whistle blown for the reset. Holly at the bottom of your screen, she's not happy with the referees today. Her body language is making it certainly clear. Frankly, when has UC Davis ever... Oh, look at this. Yeah, UC Davis, I mean, they started out really hot this year. Hot start, cold since. I mean, they beat number 5 Santa Clara. That's the first win that they've ever had against a ranked team this program. But then since then, they really haven't been able to get anything going. They've only won 2 matches since then. One of them was a 3-0 victory over UC San Diego, one of the bottom of the barrel teams in the Big West Conference. And the other one, a 3-2 victory over Oregon State. But they really haven't won over the last 10 matches much since that 2-0 start, including the win over number 5 Santa Clara. That's got to be a statement win. They thought that they had a team that was so promising, but their 2 best attackers this season have not been able to play. And it's hurt them. I mean, their spirits, their momentum, Davis just hasn't been able to get back into it since their 2 best strikers just aren't 100%. Schaefer tries to turn with it, slow with it. Here's Vasquez, who leads it for Schaefer. Vasquez got a toe on it. Good turn. Here's Vasquez. Vasquez swings with the right. It's pushed to just a touch outside. Good work by Kaylee Goldstein to send that one away. Look at this. Just a couple technical difficulties. Nonetheless, Vasquez had a really good opportunity earlier in this one. Goldstein made an unbelievable save. Vasquez another chance. Goldstein's there. Here's Hellwig. Lauren Hellwig tries to move the counter. Finds Ziam. Ziem shoved in the box, no whistle blown, they play on. And that was last touched by the Aggies, but it will be a throw-in. Now, we've had some technical difficulties with our replay today, but maybe we can get another look at that. Yeah, look at this. They did get the ball, so they let them play on. Wow, missed opportunity. And new sub comes on in for UC Davis. Devin Simmons checks on in. '71st minute of action. Here's a chance. Vasquez, can she get there? Holly sends it outside. Last touched by UC Davis. Gauchos have it. And looks like Dylan Lewis will check on in for Vasquez. Look, there's 20 minutes left now, 19 minutes left, and Kristen Vasquez might be the most dynamic attacker on this team right now. So here's what Paul Stumpf is thinking of, right? He's saying, hey, let's get her out. Let's give her fresh legs for those final 5 minutes, because that's where this game is going to be decided, this match. So they're giving Dylan Lewis this time, this periodical, methodical time, to try and get back into it. But, hey, if we do need to get down to those final 5 minutes, we want Kristen Vasquez back in this match, and we want her to have fresh legs. We want her to be at her best. So these next 15 minutes, that is not to say that Vasquez hasn't been playing well. That's to say that they need her for the end of this one. Goldstein fires down the pitch. Lewis and Schaefer both met for it, but it's back to the Davis Aggies. That's behind Simmering. Here's a chance for the Aggies. Oh, man, it's poked away. Not out of danger yet. Vane with it. And good job by Shea Douglas to get in front of that one. Maybe a missed opportunity. Forces the reset for UC Davis. Whistle blown in favor of UC Davis. At least Ziem can't believe it. Nancy Camarillo, the head referee today, she's not making friends on either side of the ball. "17 minutes to go. And it's Jade Hawley who sets up for the set piece. Hawley sends it into the box. Evan Smith is there to take the present away. Smith put coal in her stockings for Christmas. There's Evan Smith. 3 shutouts this season for Smith. Good look for Hellwig. Can she get in front of that back line? Curtis is there. Hellwig sends it into Curtis's foot and out, a corner for UCSB. This is the 5th corner for the Gauchos this afternoon. And now it's Brenna Madruga who's making her way out there with Kristen Vasquez off of the pitch. We were talking about this. Who will take this kick? So Vasquez has checked out, I would say, until the final 5 minutes. Call me crazy. But here is Brenna Madruga with 15 minutes to go. Madruga sends it in on a silver platter. Can Douglas get her head on it? There's commotion, a whistle, and the ball back to UC Davis. So here's a good look into the box from Holly. Here's a chance. It's over the head of, oh my goodness, it's over Evan Smith. A collision, and the Davis Aggies have the lead. Sarah Canavan puts UC Davis over UCSB 1-0 in the 76th minute. Wow. Look at this. Canavan got it in. Smith got there too late. And the collision was a cherry on top right there. UC Davis has a lead. Gauchos got a little too comfortable. So it is 1-0 UC Davis over UCSB. And the Gauchos have 15 minutes to get back in this one. Their 5-match unbeaten streak is in danger. So Sky Schaefer a little shaken up on the play. That's trainer Claire coming out to check on her. Another look at it here. Shoved with the elbow. Yes, that was Bella Mayo, who's been everywhere on defense today. Schaefer shaken up, but she will come out. Because she had to be checked out. She had to check out of the, because she was checked out by a trainer. She has to substitute out of the game, out of the match, and then she'll come back in on the next opportunity. So Madruga sets up for the set piece. Madruga lofts it in. Can the Gauchos get a foot on it? Oh man, is it past Goldstein? No, she saves it again. Kaylee Goldstein nails in a coffin today. Let's look at this one more time. That was Douglas in on it, and Goldstein there. Look at this. Goldstein just got the hand on it, the left hand. That might have been the best opportunity for UCSB this afternoon. Missed touch by Ziem, given right back, and that physical play is a response. So a second ago, Bella Mayo shoved Sky Schaefer with her elbow. Schaefer came back into the match and did this. Schaefer earns the yellow card. Here's Vane. Emma Vane sends it back out wide for Jade Hawley. This is how they started their last attack. Hawley sends it in. This time Smith comes out to get it. And another whistle blown. Looks like Lindsay Porter is on the pitch. Shaken up, still slow to get up. Let's see this again. Holly already has 1 assist today. And Smith just doing her job. Lindsay Porter can't believe it. Porter's trying to get the benefit of the doubt from Nancy Camarillo. Lindsay Porter knows this pitch well. Played here as a Gaucho, now with the Davis Aggies, and currently on the winning side right now. Porter got a big head on it to try and keep it in her attacking zone. Here's Fontes. Another physical play. And I think Fontes was shoved into the railing there. She was slow to get up. Wow. See another look at this. Madruga. Oh, man. I'm lucky I'm up here today, guys. I am non-confrontational. I would not be good on that pitch today. So a set piece for Jade Holly. Holly serves it in. And yeah, it was a foul in the box. This could get ugly, folks. Good thing we only got 12 minutes left. Both teams unhappy with the other. No doubt about it. Their body language has showed it. Every time there's been a challenge, it's been physical. Here's Ziem, who comes away with it on the counterattack. Ziem leaves it on the outside for Vasquez, I believe, who's back in. Oh, man! Bella Mayo is in on every single defensive play that's been in question today, and yet she does not have a card. Elise Ziem is on the pitch, slow to get up. There's Mayo, who's trying to get an explanation, but that's a tough play. That might be a dirty play right there. Maybe we can see one more look at it. Ziem, this is a senior. This is a leader on this Gaucho team. Oh, you can see her. Okay, we don't have that replay, but she is clearly in pain. Her back hurts. Oh, this is just an awful, awful incident for UCSB. You can see her holding that lower back, the small of her back. So tough, really wants to play through it, says she's going to stay in here. She's good, so they keep her in. She does not have to check out. No, she does. She just has to step off for, well, hold on. Curious what this ruling is. So Ziem is out until the next whistle was blown. She's back in now. 11 minutes to go. Gauchos trail by a crumb. Just one, that's all it takes. Callaloo. Emma Vane got there. Grauwinkle is in. Both these teams looking to show fight. Prove that they're there for the rest of their squad. Want to support them in their time of need. And Madruga sends it way out. Here's Jade Holly. Killer. Trying to box out the Davis Aggies. That was Genevieve Fontes who was going for it, and UCSB earns the goal kick. Good work by Killer, who has really been not just terrific today, but she's been one of the silver linings for this Gaucho team, a freshman that they have a lot for. Here's another look at, oh, thanks, guys. That's a great shot right there. Really good work by this championship crew in the production booth to get that shot of that foul on Elise Ziem. And here's another yellow. Not quite sure who got that yellow. We're going to get that for you in 1 second. Now, right in the middle was it was Sky Schaefer, but no way was that her yellow. I believe this is a Davis Aggies yellow because Schaefer already has one. She'd be out of this one. That was Frankie Van Norden. Right into the top of the box. It's poked away. It will be a corner. That was dangerous. Wow. Look at this set piece. Looking for Grauwinkle, who tries to climb the ladder for it. But Kaylee Goldstein says, no thank you, not quite yet. Gauchos have this corner again. Here's Schaefer. This is the 6th corner of the afternoon for UCSB. Haven't been able to put one in. Schaefer delivers it in. Gauchos tried to get the head on it. Here's Lewis, who tries to strike with it. A miscue on the first touch, and it goes out for a goal kick. UCSB has had so many opportunities today. Haven't been able to capitalize. A combined 21 fouls in this match so far. 12 on UC Davis, 9 on the Gauchos. The whistles have been active. So Ruelas checks on in. And here's Vane. They play it forward, Ruelas. Oh, Ruelas puts the brakes on. Swings with her left, and that's way wide. Under 8 minutes to go. UCSB needs a goal to keep their unbeaten streak alive, which is currently at 5 and in danger as we get into the final minutes of this one. Corcoran plays it forward for Lewis. That's certainly a foul. Certainly a whistle. And UCSB, I think this is going to be called on Lewis. Oh, man. This is wild. You can hear the folks in attendance. Unbelievable with, wow, another look. That was on Lewis, that foul right there. Gauchos just can't believe it. Nancy Camarillo has called 22 fouls today. That one might have been the difference maker, however. Wow. These two teams do not like each other, that's clear. There is bad blood. Cut on in front of Corcoran, and that one swiped out. So Fregoso comes back in, the leading goal scorer for the UC Davis Aggies. And Canavan, who had that goal, comes out. Kristen Vasquez in for Brenna Madruga. Wow, this is a heck of a change that Coach Paul Stumpf is making. Now, I said earlier that Vasquez was in. That was my mistake. I knew she was coming in with about 6 minutes to go in this one. But Brenna Madruga is a center back, right? And Vasquez plays forward. She's a striker. So Coach Paul Stumpf says, we need more action on that front line. That's what we're going to see right here. Ruelas, a powerful throw. Activity in the box. Can they sweep it out? Yes, they can. Here's Vasquez, who tries to turn and does. Vasquez, the lead forward. This is promising. Callaloo. Lou up to Grauwinkle, who has speed. Delivers a strike way outside, all the way to State Street. Can't do much about that. So many opportunities for UCSB today. They just haven't been able to capitalize. The pep band plays I Need a Hero. They just have Shrek in their entire repertoire. And UCSB needs a hero right now. Oh, that's a sandwich in the middle of play. They let them play on with the advantage for Davis. Fregoso is onside. Simring steps in front of it, takes it away from Fregoso. Gia Simring delivers a strike down the pitch that's kicked away by Bellameo. 4 minutes to play. They play it forward. Here's Kalaloo. Here comes the counterattack. Aggies have decided to park the bus. Claire Grauwinkle. Grauwinkle with tremendous speed, looking to utilize it. It's swiped away. Sent out, last touched by UCSB. Aggies earn the throw in here. This stays in. Fregoso makes a run for it alongside Shea Douglas. It's inching toward the foul line. Nobody wants to touch it. Douglas finally does. Beautiful first touch from Vasquez. The lead forward. Ziem moves it for Grauwinkle, and it's taken away again. Grauwinkle might have gotten it right back. And another whistle, this time on UCSB, with traffic on the floor. Just over 2 minutes to go. They can't believe it. So missed off screen. It's UCSB's throw in here. 2 minutes left, 2 minutes left. Gauchos' 5-match unbeaten streak is on the line. They're in search of Grauwinkle every time down the pitch. Got to move fast here. Have to manufacture an opportunity. A handball on Elise Ziem. And UCSB sees its opportunities dwindling. Van Norton. So with a minute left, Aggies slow things down. There's Lindsay Porter, who has so far gotten the best of her former team. UCSB has just about 50 seconds. Gauchos pull it back. Simring dekes him out, strikes it down the pitch. Here's Lewis. Lewis first touch, tries to make a turn and does. Lewis sends it into the box. It's one touched by Ziem and Vasquez there. But it's out. And that should all but do it for UC Santa Barbara. So the UC Davis Aggies earn their second win in conference play and will improve one spot over UCSB. They'll leapfrog them in the standings, and that's what this game had. That was the implication, right? Both these teams were in search of that Big West Conference standings boost, and the Davis Aggies have earned that today with a 1-0 victory over the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. Really good performance toward the end of this one. Physical play as ever. There were 23 fouls combined between these two teams. We'll be right back with our post-game show right here on ESPN+.